Alrighty guys, and welcome to another video. In this video we are going to go our Outlaw Rogue and how you play your Outlaw Rogue and build your Outlaw Rogue for primarily Mythic Plus, but we are also going to talk to some single targets, and we're going to cover talents, stats, builds, burst, and all that good stuff. I know a lot of you has been asking for a Weakaura, one that I use. I am going to polish it up and release it. So, but first, as always guys, you don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the little bell button for better roll the bonus luck or something random like that. And always also check out the description because we'll be giving away this Force Gaming GM 900 wireless gaming mouse. It's a great little mouse, and they sent this to me for review on the stream, and it's absolutely amazing. So thanks to them and the guys over at Dream Gaming. Also check out my Twitch channel on twitch.tv/KillerChris. Links to that giveaway and other social medias below. On with the video. Alright guys, here, so let's start out with taking a quick look at the talents and what we'll be using and what I've been using for Mythic Plus here and what I would use for a single target as well, because it's pretty much the same the way Outlaw kind of works. The same way the single target in Cleave, you just press Blade Flurry and then you all of a sudden magically cleave. Hey! So for single target I have been using and Mythic Plus, Quick Draw is the go-to. The next row here, Acrobatic Strike, that's my personal favorite. Extra range is really good. Retractable Hood and Hit and Run. Nah, haven't really seen the much use. The cooldown doesn't bother me on the hook. I personally have been using Deeper Strategy and however Mark for Death sims better, but I just prefer the a bit slower style, especially starting out with Outlaw. It's a lot easier to get your hands on playing with Deeper Strategy. So that's what I prefer to do. And it does fine damage as well. Next row, the defensive, cheat death for anything group content related, in as long as it's not PvP. PvP you choose Elusiveness, and some raid and Mythic Plus scenarios you can also take Elusiveness. It might be a slight better, but it's more for specific reasons you would take Elusiveness. Right in the week on the 40 row is by far the best one because it increases your damage. Yes, of the entire group. Loaded dice, Dread Blades, not really worth using. Electricity is really good here, especially in the start here where we are lacking energy and haste in general. So that's just really great, and it's a massive amount of value. The last row, you can either go with Blade Rush. That is the best option for both single target or Mythic Plus. If you want to, you can also take Dancing Steel for Mythic Plus. But Blade Rush has the advantage of being uncapped AoE. Plus, you'll be close to 100% uptimes on Blade Flurry anyway with the new way Blade Flurry works. So now, instead of Blade Flurry not being reduced cooldown while you do finishes, like a lot of your other cooldowns, it now does heavily devaluing Dancing Steel. For the Conduits, there's a couple that are really good. Count the Odds, which has a chance to grant you an extra Roll the Bone buff, which you don't currently have. It's absolutely amazing every time you use Ambush or Dispatch. Absolutely amazing. Love that one. And then there's also Sleight of Hand, which increases the chance to gain an extra. Yes, give us that. For the legendaries, overall, Subtlety is the best one. I might be pronouncing that wrong. You can let me know that in comment and call me an idiot and ring the shame bell. Oh, wrong button. That's also the wrong button. I need to label these.
Shame.
Ring the shame bell for me pronouncing Subtlety wrong, or Subtlety? I don't know, man. Comments. Also, for the legendary, Mark of the Master Assassin is really good for AoE Mythic Plus, but it's not that much better than Subtlety. But it's an option. If you already have it, you might want to use that. It provides some unique, really good burst potential if you set it up right. And I think that covers it for most of the talents and builds here. Alright guys here, so let's go over some single target, opener and priority here. It's a bit convoluted with Outlaw Rogue, however Outlaw Rogues are in the greatest state they have ever been since they were changed from combat to Outlaw. Thank God this Outlaw is actually a spec that I might enjoy playing. I find it hard for myself to say that, but here we go, so let's get into it. So for the single target, the priority are as follows. For the buffs or debuffs you need to keep up, Roll the Bones you need to have up at your highest priority, then Adrenaline Rush as much uptime as that, Between the Eyes, and then Slice and Dice. So both Between the Eyes and Slice and Dice are finishers you want to use with 4 or 5 combo points or more, depending if you have Deeper Stratagem talented or not. So always like don't finish off that last combo point, just use a finisher at like 1 less than max, if you know what I mean. After that, then we have our other abilities. So we are a builder spender spec, so we build combo points and we use them as our and we use finishers. What we want to do here is that we want to make sure we use Covenant ability and Blade Rush before any of the builders spending stuff. If we have that already, we use it. And after that, we want to make sure we use Dispatch, and then we use to build, we use Vanish into Ambush as the highest priority if we have it available. However, I would strongly recommend not using Vanish just like headlessly. Research the fight you're doing or what you're doing. See if you can save Vanish for a better option. If you're running the 100% crit braces, you want to stack this up with some other ability so you can get some extra burst damage out. Make use of Vanish Clever, it's a really powerful ability. I get it if you're just like patchworking, single target threading down the fight like Sludge Fist. Use it on cooldown as a builder. Make sure you're not overcapping your combo points with the ambush. After that, however, you want to use Pistol Shot with opportunity procs. You only ever press pistol shots with opportunity procs. And lastly, you are gonna be slicing and dicing with your Sinister Strikes to build combo points. So the opener is as follows. If you're playing with Mark for Death, I am not going to show you because I haven't really practiced that and I don't like playing it. You want to Mark for Death 10 seconds before pull if talented. So ask for 12-second pull time so you can time this right. Mark for Death, Stealth. Then you roll the bones. You cast at 2 seconds before. You Slice and Dice 1 second before. You Stealth and Ambush right on the opener. If you're finding this hard to time, then move it up a second. So at 3 seconds you roll, 2 you slice, then you have an extra second to go into stealth. Then you ambush with Adrenaline Rush into Blade Rush, into your Covenant ability. And then you use Between the Eyes as you get 5 or more combo points. Otherwise, you continue with your normal rotation here after this. If you're not having the Mark for Death talented, however, the opener looks a little something like this here. I'm probably gonna mess it up. It's the third time I'm shooting this year, so you know what, go and hate me in the comment if you want. Go and throw some shame bells in the comments.
Shame
if I screw this up here, guys. So the opener, as it should be, ideally we stealth. Well, we roll the bones, we stealth, we ambush with Adrenaline Rush, we Blade Rush, and we stack up our combo points. We use Slice and Dice all the way around for the priority. And then we build up our combo points Between the Eyes, and then we continue as normal. So let's try that out and see if I can actually get it right here for once. Alright, so we stealth. Roll the bones. We stealth. We hit it. Covenant ability. Adrenaline Rush. I should have gone Slice and Dice there. However, I don't think it matters much. So if you want, you should try and see if we can fish for the finishers here. So I have my Roll the Bones ready already. And now I got a buff that I want to keep, so we'll keep that. My Weakaura here is basically telling me the buttons here I need to press. And it's pretty nice. Here we have Adrenaline Rush, we have Slice and Dice, we have Blade Flurry, we have Roll the Bones, we have Between the Eyes. So if you're getting enough finishes out, you can use between the eyes almost at 100% uptime. This also ties into your stats, and depending on how much haste you have and how lucky you are with getting your extra combo points, always sim your stats, because there's certain breakpoints that is going to change your stat value. So remember here, guys, as always, when in doubt, sim it out. So that was the single target, priority, and opener. Alrighty, guys. So for the Cleave / AoE opener and priority rotation, you want to do something a bit different. However, not too different. The opener is pretty much the same, so just do that. However, press Blade Flurry before you do anything else, then you have the opener. But the priority rotation is looking a bit different. So, Blade Flurry as soon as you have 2 or more targets. Then you want to use Adrenaline Rush actually before Roll the Bones. Between the eyes, then Slice and Dice, Covenant Ability, then Dispatch, and then building as you usually would. See, rogues are really, or outlaw rogues are really the same way you play, except you have Blade Flurry, you press Blade Flurry. So one of the big differences between Outlaw in Shadowlands and Outlaw in BFA is the way Blade Flurry works. It's also the reason why a lot of people, or that almost nobody is running with Dancing Steel, the talent, anymore in the last row that increased our damage and duration. Because if you are getting enough finishes out, you can actually keep 100% uptime on Blade Flurry, which wasn't even possible back in BFA with the talent. So the talent loses a lot of value if you play good. And also, like, you're gonna have downtime between packs. Especially for Mythic Plus, you wanna try and look ahead before going into the next pack. So make sure you like pull up some, instead of using a last eviscerate on a target, pull up some combo points. Use the Slice and Dice so you're ready to go for the next pack. So let's just pretend that I'm going over here to hit this one here. And now we have some combo points. So we go in here, we roll the bones, we stealth, vanish. And we make sure here we have Slice and Dice up. And we get our buffs up. And we do as we otherwise normally would. And we just play. So you can notice here. Oh, we can already get Slice and Dice up again. Nice. And this is basically how it plays. So I guess this here would be a good time to cover what chances there are to get the different amount of buffs for each of the Roll the Bones, and give you a few more tips on Outlaw Rogues and what they do. So the buffs are as follows. You have a 100% chance to get 1 buff, obviously. A 19% chance to get 2 buffs, and a 1% chance to get 1 buff each Roll the Bone. So what this means here is you want to make sure that we keep an eye out for those. Again, now you won't have the issue where you are like just rolling the bones like headlessly like you did back in BFA. I was especially bad at Roll the Bones because I sometimes got an extra combo point, as you sometimes do when using a finisher, and just rolled it right again after a 5 buff, and then I ended up with a haste buff that lasted 7 seconds. Not fun. So that's some of the major changes. The 2 best buffs that you don't want to re-roll away right away are Broadsides and Ruthless Precision. So that's extra combo points and crit. Those you want to keep. That's at least what I have been finding to be working the best for me. Depending on your stats and your challenge choices, this might be different for you, so keep that in mind. And if you have some good tips on Roll the Bones and how you should handle them, then leave them in the comments and help each other out and come with the feedback so we can make sure that everyone has the most up-to-date info. I will try to do my very best as keeping the information updated as soon as something changes. Because hey, sub-rogues just got nerfed, right? Mostly for PvP though, but that was... I mean, I think the buffs were handled purely, but I definitely think they were needed. But however, Oh, shall I link this Weakaura here, even though it's not finished? I'm working on polishing it up and like doing some custom graphics for it. But you know what? I'll link the Weakaura down in the description below as well, alongside the giveaway and all that stuff. Alrighty guys, here, and just as the last little thing here for you guys, a few tips on how you can improve yourself in Mythic Plus and how you generally deal with things as a rogue. So you have a lot of utility as a rogue, for example. You can kite very well. If your tank dies, you have evasion to tank up for a bit while you get a combat result. You have basically threat misdirection with tricks of the trade, kind of like the hunters have. It's really useful, especially in skittish weeks, and it also makes sure that you don't get the first hit in before the tank and get clapped by a mob. If you're struggling with that and you're a little bit too eager to go and ambush some easy prey, that is definitely something you would need to remember. Also, skips is a good idea to like be looking up on with Shroud of Concealment. There's a lot of skips in Mythic Plus dungeons. If you would like a complete these are the places people skip mobs in the Mythic Plus dungeons with Shroud of Concealment, then let me know. Then I'll be happy to do a little video guide on it, on how you can skip different places. There's also like CC and utility. You do have Prey on the Weak as Outlaw as well as your main thing, and it's really good. Make sure you get some use out of it. Especially with kidney shots and cheap shots, if you have a high priority target that needs to die, and they likely also needs to be controlled. So make sure you communicate with your team and let them know that you need to do the first stun so you can get maximum value out of that stun. And also get even though it doesn't scale with the duration of the stun, but so you can get the stun together with Prey on the Weak debuff, which increases all damage the target takes, also from other team members, by 10%, which is massive. So that's like on a Mythic Plus, I would say average 35% damage increase, or 5 for the tank, or 10% all around. But as a single person, if you were to do it as yourself, it would be about a 35% damage increase for 6 seconds, which is absolutely huge. So make use of that. Blind and sap for difficult packs. If you're struggling, rather take the packs in 2 goes and play it safe sometimes. If you're feeling like you're playing it safe and you want to get it just in time, or if you want to push, then you might not want to do that. You can also use blind as a quick interrupt or to stop something. If you need to kite it, or if you have aggro from something, blind it and then get back so the tank can go untaunted. Those are some of the things that you need to keep an eye out for as an Outlaw rogue here. Gouge is also one of those utilities that are very underutilized by a lot of people. So Gouge is a short sap. You have to be standing in front of the target to hit them, and it's basically a short sap. I think it's 5 seconds or something like that, and it breaks some damage. It can be used in combat, but the way most people are using this as a interrupt, basically. So a quick CC to stop a cast, and this can also be used on mobs that are interrupt immune, just like a stun. So definitely something to keep an eye out for. And guys, I really hope you liked and enjoyed the guide. It was a pleasure to make, and it is now really late, so I'm sorry if I've been slurring some words or misspeaking a bit. But I'll make sure to get this video here edited and up so you guys can watch it here tomorrow. And yeah, I hope you all have a Merry Christmas, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And the giveaway is still on there. It's a really nice mouse. It will be shipping within Europe to save my butt from expensive shipping cost. If you are a US or Australian or super far away citizen, don't fear to hesitate. Maybe we'll do a little consolidatory price for you guys if one of you guys win. Maybe some game time or a store mount or something like that. Alright guys, once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.